This is carrots. Hello, good evening from Ghana. So today I have a ton of soaps here. Let me just show you. So all these are soaps. Yes, I think I have about 200 or so pieces of soaps that I'm going to label. These are my labels, and so when I label them, this is how they look. Not sure if the camera is doing any justice to it, or is it rather the lights? Yeah. So this is how the soaps look. So this is when they are labeled, but I have them already shrink wrapped. So today all I'm doing is taking the labels and then just place it on them. So welcome. Who is here with me? Who is here with me? Who is here with me? Let me see. Who is here with me? So let me start. So it's extremely cold here in Ghana. So I am going to, these days I'm always in these pajamas and comfy wears because I really need to keep my skin. And it's extremely to keep warm rather because it's extremely cold. So if you are joining us, you are welcome. I just want us to have a little conversation whilst I label my soaps, and I'm starting off with carrot soaps. So these are my carrot soaps. I'm going to label them so you can, hello there, or I should rather tilt the camera so I'm able to see when you guys come in. As it stands now, I'm not sure I'm able to see who joins and who doesn't join. If you come in, just send me a wave or a hi and let me know. I'm not really able to see. Just send me a hi or a wave. All I'm doing is labeling soaps. So if you've just joined in, this is a random live. It's not really planned. I just guess I'm bored. And I said, let me come on to YouTube and then see if anybody is on who would want to talk about soap making, or you have questions for me. If you have any questions, this is the perfect time to ask them because I'm here and I have all the time. I'll be here for the next 30 minutes, so I have all the time. So if you have any questions on soap making, I'd really appreciate it if you can share it with me. Share the questions with me, whatever you have, whatever questions you have on soap making. I'm all ears. I'm all ears to listen, and I'm attentive and I'll pay attention. So I started making soap either from 2018 to 2019. I don't really know what happened, but within that period, I fell in. I started my business, Savannah Essence, where we sell, natural oils and butters, I think around 2017. And I just started going to YouTube because I needed a lot of information, a lot of marketing information, a lot of just general knowledge, stuff like that. And I also started to use these butters and oils that we make to make finished products. So at that point, I figured that, I needed a lot of, I needed a lot of information. I needed a lot of skills to really be able to run my business. So YouTube became a very good resource for me. And when I started going to YouTube, one of the things that kept coming up was a lot of skincare and a lot of hair care. Natural hair was also something that I was interested in, but I wasn't really taking into those things. I just watched, hair making tutorials and all those good stuff. Then one day I stumbled upon a soap making video, I think from Terry. Terry is a soap maker on YouTube. So I watched her videos and it was so calming. It was so calming, so relaxing. And I was like, really? She can mix an oil with this thing to get the soap? So I just continued watching her videos and I was intrigued and I just fell in love with it. So right there in, she started her beginner soap making series and I just followed through. I just went to her channel and I watched a lot of her videos. So Terry is from Primary Soapworks. If I'm not wrong, I'll share the link in the description box. So I joined her and then I watched the videos and then I got intrigued and then I went and bought some of the ingredients. And I realized that at that time she was using a lot of olive oil and lots of all these oils, and we didn't have that in Ghana. So I said, you know what I have is shea butter, so I'm going to make my shea butter soap. At this point, I had watched a video on how to use soap calc. So I went in there and I went to my soap calc and I put in my shea butter and I got my recipe, and then I went and bought my caustic soda and everything, and I made my 100% shea butter soap with no gloves, no soap mold, no nothing. I just made the soap with nothing. I was so brave. I'm so stupidly brave sometimes. It beats my imagination. So I made the soap. I didn't have a soap mold, so I used a bowl in my kitchen. I made the soap and I realized I was thickening up. So I just poured it inside the bowl. No lining, nothing. And I was just standing there like a fool. And then I went to bed. I did that in the evening and I went to bed because usually they should leave it for 24 hours. Early the next morning by 5 a.m., I was up. I went and looked inside the bowl. The soap had solidified, had become hard in the bowl. And I was like, yay, I made the soap. Then I realized that it wasn't going to be easy to get the soap out. I turned the bowl down. I kept hitting the bowl to see if the soap would come out. Nothing. The soap was not coming out. I was just stuck. It was just stuck in there. My light's a bit too much for my face. It was just stuck in there. Hi, Summer. Sahar, Summer. Hello. Thanks for coming. Thanks. Please, when you come in, just send me a hi. I'd appreciate it. If you can hear me, let me know. If you cannot hear me, let me know. If you want me to rotate the video, I wanted to leave it like this. Whatever it is, let me know. Okay? And thank you for joining. Thank you very much for watching. So that's how I started. From there, I just kept on experimenting. I realized that when I was making the first soap, the caustic soda burnt my hands. So the next time, I didn't have gloves. I wore plastic rubbers, and that's what I used. I used the plastic as my gloves, and then I continued, and I made a number of them. The good thing for me is that I had a lot of oils at my disposal, so I could do that. And also I had learned how to use the soap calc pretty piece. It wasn't something that I was looking for. I never looked for anybody's recipe. I don't think ever since I started learning how to make soap or make soap, I've actually gone ahead and picked a recipe online and used it to make soap. Never. Every single soap that I have made has been what oils do I have and how do I curate the soaps with the oils that I have. That's always been something that I do. I look out for the oil that I have in my kitchen, and then I use that as an inspiration to make the soap. I don't care how the soap will turn out. I just want to know if I can make soap out of it. So usually, and that for me has been something that has helped me, because now I can tell you the properties of the oils not having read it from a book. I can tell you that if you make 100% shea butter soap, 100% shea butter soap is not going to lather. It will cleanse your skin. You will use it, it will cleanse your skin, but it will not lather. It will look like you're applying lotion on your skin. It's just tacky like that. And it's so hard. 100% shea butter soap it's like a rock. It's so hard. It doesn't break. It's just hard. And it has this nice creamy color to it. It's fantastic. And those are all from experiment. So I experiment a lot. What I do, I will not advise anybody to do it, because it's a lot of sort of like you are wasting a lot of resources. But because I am fortunate to work with oils, I am fortunate to make some of the oils myself. I have the luxury of doing some of those things. So usually I get asked, how do you start to make soap? So for me, that's how I start. I started with a lot of experimentations. I started Marie Soap Works. Terry is been my soap inspiration since I started. She doesn't make the kind of soaps that I make. She makes artisanal soaps. Terry is an artist, so she's an artist, so she paints and other things. So that comes into her soap making process. So when she's making her soap, it's about the art of it, the intricate designs and stuff like that. So even this month, there's something we call a soap challenge. She won the soap challenge for soap makers, because she's an artist. So that's how I started. The advice I have for people who are beginning to make soap is know where you come from, know what resources are readily available to you, and then what you can use, what you can play with, what you cannot play with. So I come from Ghana. Ghana, we are blessed to have a lot of oils. We have a lot of oils. We have a lot of butters, and so when I'm making soap, there's a variety that I can choose from. Some people are not that fortunate, so most of their oils they have to buy. They are expensive, or okay, so the camera is upside down for you. Okay, all right, so let me tilt it and let me see if it works. Okay, let me see if I rather bring it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it, so just bear with me. Let me see how that will work. How will I rotate this? Okay. Okay. How was it initially? Initially, it was. How did I do this initially? Okay. Just give me a minute. Let me figure my tripod. All right. Okay. Okay. Hello. Is this better? Is this better? Kindly let me know if you can see and if this is better. That was a lot of struggle. Where are my soaps? Hi Tahari, is this okay? Anybody on? If you can see, is the camera positioning okay for you? All right, okay. So if it's good night, that's fine. So I am labeling soaps. I have a lot of soaps to label. I have over 200 pieces of soaps to label. Last month, I celebrated my 1,000 soaps for the year. So I made 1,000 pieces of soaps and last year. So I am now in my 1,000 plus soaps for the year. So that's where I am at. So I'm done with carrot soaps. I'm done labeling all the carrot soaps. There are a few left behind that I want to bring up and then just label them. Okay, so I was talking about what to consider when you want to start making soap, or you're already making soap and you're sort of a bit overwhelmed. So you come to YouTube or you are online and you see a lot of soap makers. We are doing a lot of things. You want to make soap but you don't even know where to start from. So this is just a conversation about that. So I advise you start, just play around with what you have. Play around with what you have, and thank you very much. Play around with what you have. So for us in Ghana, I have a lot of coconut oil, I have a lot of baobab oil, I have a lot of palm oil, palm kernel, palm butter oil. I have a lot of castor oil, I have a lot of baobab oil, I have a lot of neem oil, and you know, these kinds of oils. So you realize that when I'm making my soap, I am picking oils that are readily available. These are the oils that I play with to give me that kind of benefits that my soaps will need. So once you know the oils that you have, what is left is now to figure out what ratios do I need to be able to make, to ensure that my soaps are good enough. Another thing you want to look at is the climate. Who is your ideal client? So my ideal client is somebody in Ghana or somebody in the US. So I cater to two different markets. So a customer in Ghana, my soaps have to be extra lathering because the weather in Ghana is very hot, it's humid. So you don't want to make a soap that is too mild, because if it's too mild, it doesn't really take the person's it doesn't really make the person feel like they are cleaning their skin. Because if you come from an extremely hot place and somebody goes out in the sun to work a whole day and they come back and they are sweating, their first point is not a moisturizing soap. Their first point is a soap that will cleanse their skin. So if that's the kind of market you are catering towards, you look for oils that will balance well to suit such a person. Then you might also be making your soap for somebody who lives in a climate that is extremely cold. So someone who has winter conditions, who has temperatures, who sometimes record temperatures that are around 0 degrees or something like that. You want to make a extremely milder bar of soap. So to that person, the soaps that you make for somebody who is in the African context is different from such a person who is maybe in a place where it's extremely cold, because already the weather is drying and it's extremely cold over there. So you want something that will bring some level of moisture onto the person's skin. That doesn't mean that if you're in Africa or you're in humid condition, you don't need moisture. I'm talking about context based, what works and what doesn't work. So you need to understand, number one, your ideal customer. What is he or she looking for? And if you know what he or she is looking for, then you figure out the oils that will work, the climates that will work. So sometimes when I sell my soaps to somebody in the US, they are always going about how it's so soothing, it's so luxurious, it's so this, and it's because of the butters that we use. Most people in the US who make soaps pig oils that are, olive oil and canola oil and all these oils that are readily available to them. And they have some of these properties like oleic and other things, but they do not have some of the, saturated fatty acids like your palmitic and your stearic. So they might be mild to your skin, but they don't give you that luxurious extra finish or extra conditioning that you might need in your skin. And that's where sometimes our soaps have a higher, marketing value than some of these ones. So you look for where you come from, the weather and the cost of your oils and what your ideal customer is looking out for. Then you also look at the kind of business environment. So of late you realize that a lot of people are talking about sustainability and a lot of people are talking about palm free, because there's been the conversations around whether palm is even good, and what's the effect of using palm on the environment. So people who are climate conscious will not buy a bar of soap that contains palm oil. So you also need to look at where the business environment is going. Where are we going globally? People are running away from, what they call synthetic to more natural and organic products. So you'd want to curate your products to a market that is more progressive. So you see a lot of soap makers running away from palm oil and other products that contain palm to, let's say, more environmentally conscious products. Or people will say this is sustainably sourced palm. So this is a palm, let's say if there's palm oil in this, when I say sustainably sourced palm, and it should be, don't lie about that, then that means that if your customer is environmentally conscious or climate conscious, you are able to buy that customer in instead of just saying palm oil. A lot of people who are environmentally conscious will not buy soaps that contain palm. So that's one thing you have to look out for. Then people are running towards a cause. So that's where you see people saying fair trade or sustainably sourced or sustainable. So it means that the people that you are buying your product from, you're actually paying them a fair wage. And there are a lot of people who now want to be sure that the oils that you are buying your oils from Indonesia, you are buying your oils from Brazil, but you are ensuring that the smallholder farmers that you are buying your oils from, they are being catered to. So there are people who are becoming more conscious like that, and you also need to tailor your soaps to people like that. So that's another group of people that you need to target. Then there are people who are running into, like, people who want to buy into a cause. So, we donate 2% of our profits to a cancer treatment center. Okay, so now there are customers out there who want to buy into that, because you are selling this bar of soap for, let's say, $10. They can get a bar of soap like this for $2. Why should they buy yours for $10? Sometimes just saying that, oh, these are natural, these are good for your skin, is not enough for a lot of people. A lot of people want to know that, oh, once you buy this, you are supporting a rural woman in Ghana. Then they're like, okay, I don't mind giving you $10 for that, because I know that my $10 is going into a good cause. So you realize that that's also another area that you can curate your products towards. Make sure that you are talking to a group of people, or your products are answering a question of who are you supporting or what cause are you supporting. So generally, those are some of the few things that, if you are coming up in soap making and you want this to be a business, then you might consider, like I'm saying, so we just made about 1,000 pieces of soaps last month. So we celebrated about 1,000 pieces of soaps last month. Even if you are selling one bar of soap for $1, that's $1,000. I didn't have $1,000 at the beginning of the year, but I can now have $1,000 now, and that's not small money. So that's okay. So for those of you who also come to watch soaps just to relax, Another thing too is, as you relax, also start thinking about what else you can do. So when I started YouTube was just for fun for the first 3 months, but after 3 months it became a business. I had something that I had jumped on. I had learned so much that I realized that I needed to start this soap thing that people are doing, and it became a big time business for me, and it's something that I like doing as well. So also think about, what do you like doing? If soap making is not your thing, is there something out there that you'd want to do, or you want to make soap but you're not really sure about the technique, about how to go about it? Are there soap making courses you have taken before? Are you interested in taking a soap making course? Is that something that you'll be interested in doing? What are some of the things that you'll be looking out for? Because this world is fleeting and we need to make our impact before you go. And so you want to be sure that you are at least doing something in addition to every other thing that you are doing, so that you can at least also say that you're making an impact. So basically that's the conversation that I came to have, just talking around soap making and the business of soap making. That's just what I wanted to talk about, the business of soap making, how to have that niche and stand out, so that you don't also just come and say I'm making soap. You're making soap, but are you attending, are you intentional about the soap that you are making? Are you addressing the market? Is there a gap in the market that you are addressing? What are you? So we focused on plant-based botanicals. We focused on making natural soaps, not just soaps that are natural, but we focused on using plant botanicals and natural additives in our soaps. So you don't see colorants here. Every single thing here is either a fruit. So carrot is made with carrot puree. Then we have this is honey and turmeric. It's made with honey and turmeric itself, turmeric powder. Then we have activated charcoal, so it's made with activated charcoal soap. So these are plants and natural botanicals. Then we have cow milk, so this is made with cow milk soap, cow milk powder. Then we have, what other soaps do we have at this point? I think for today those are the only soaps that we are labeling. Am I right? We have baobab over there. It's far off, my hands will not reach, but we have those ones. So that is what we are curating towards. We are giving you quality bar of soap. These are well researched, well sourced oils. So these are not just coconut oil and palm oil. No, these are oil blends that we have fused together that will give you that benefit that your skin needs. In addition to the botanicals, we are not making claims, but we all know what honey can do for your skin. We all know what cow milk can do for your skin. It comes from ancient research. It's not today that we are making them. So when you blend these two together with the oils that are readily available in Ghana, you know what it will do for your skin. And that's the kind of message we are coming out. Maybe you are an artisan. Like I started, for those of you who started this video with me, I said my inspiration came from Terry. Terry is an artist. She paints. So she's an artist, so she does artisanal soaps. So when you pick her soap, it's like a gift. Her soap is beautiful. You don't even want to say this is a soap. You don't want to bath with it. She has intricate designs. She has drawings. She has feather-like designs. It's beautiful. That's her niche. So when you are buying her soap, you are buying her talent. You are buying her art. It's an art you are buying. So when you are gifting her soap to somebody, the person will appreciate it. They'll say, wow, that's a beautiful bar of soap. So that's what she sells. She can just use only palm oil. You're not buying the soap because of the ingredients. You are buying the soap because of the design and the intention that she makes. So that's one thing that she does. And then you have Royalty soap, was it Royal Soaps? Cathy. She also makes, all these fun soaps. So she has seasonal soaps. You have Princess theme, so she has themes in her soap making. So this is Princess theme soap. This is Christmas theme soap. This is, and it's all fun and loving and it's good. That's what she's doing. That's her niche. So if you want to make soap, what's your niche? Who are you targeting? What are you making? Who are you making it for? Which markets are you making it for? That's another thing that you need to consider. So I said I'll be here for 30 minutes. I think I'm almost hitting my 30 minutes mark. If you have any questions at this point, I'm all ears. If not, I'll just be blabbing away. So I take questions. This is my formulation room, so you can see I have a lot of product labels that I'm working on. There's a lot of work being done here. So if you have any questions, I am all ears. You can ask away. Anybody who is still here at this point, if you have any questions, I am now taking questions at this point. So let me know. If you have any questions, kindly let me know. Tahari, are you still here? You were my first. I think I started this journey with you. Are you still here? If you have any questions, let me know. I have some 3 extra minutes to go, and I'll bring this video to an end. Soaps. Start with cow milk. So how do one register? Let me see. Oh. So I was hoping to be able to launch our soap making course this month, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get all the course content for the editors to edit before. So there's a link. I'll share a link when I share this video. There's a link that I will share in the description box. You can just sign up for it. So when the course is ready, I'll send you a notification and you can join. It's I think there's a discount for those who sign up, and I think a couple of people signed up already. I shared it in one of my soap making videos, but there's a Google form out there. I'll share it with you, anybody, or I'll share it at the end of this video in the description box so that you can sign up. So that's how you can register for my soap making course. That's how you can register. I'm hoping that close to by the mid of this year or the ending of this year, at least did I say this year, this month, I should launch a beginner soap making course. It's going to be simple. It's going to be very detailed, to be honest with you. That's what is actually keeping it. Because when I was shooting the videos for the course, initially in my mind, I said I was going to shoot about 6 or 7 videos. And okay, Jenny, I'll repeat it. So I have a soap making course coming up this month. The date is not really clear yet because they are still doing a lot of editing and I wasn't really too well. So I'll share a Google form. I'll share a form in the description box at the end of this video so that you can just register, just sign up. And when you sign up, I think there's a 20 to 30% discount for anybody who signs up using the form. And then when the course is ready, I'll let you know. So once the course is ready, anybody who has signed up, I've already have a couple of people who have signed up for that. I'll just send you a notification and then you can join in the course. The building of the website is what is actually keeping it, because I think most of the videos have already been shot. Like I was saying, I was going to make it a simple beginner-friendly course containing about a maximum of 10 videos. And then I realized that I was going on and on. There's a lot in that course. It's taking a lot of time and a lot of space. And so once we get our site ready, the IT guys are ready and the videos are ready, they can put it on and whatever edits, we should have it by the close of this month. So that's how you can sign up for our course. There's a Google form you can sign up so you can get your 30% discount for when you do that. So the course is going to be online. I have every single information that you will need. You have videos, you have documents, everything is there. So I have I think it's a 10 module course. So we have, you don't, it's online, you don't have to come, it's not in person because I'm not in a place where I can do in-person teachings. That would be excellent. Maybe by the grace of God, towards the end of the year, when I'm well enough to be able to do in-person courses, then I'll do that. For now, this is an online course, so we will host it online. And so that's basically it. So I'll give you places you can buy your ingredients. There's an ingredient list all the way for those of you in Ghana. And then also, I think I created it for Ghana and US because on my YouTube channel, most of my viewers come from the US. So it might be a little bit biased towards people in Ghana and people in the US, and a little bit for people in Nigeria and India, as well, as you are part of my top 5 people. Okay, so okay, UK also, okay. All right, so I'll look into that as well. I think UK is actually part of my top 6. So I also look for suppliers in UK. I don't know if I'm done with that document, but I might have to make some edits as well. So yeah, that's basically what we'll be doing by the ending of this month. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then. So I have 1 minute. If there's any other question, let me know. If not, I'm wrapping this up, and have a lovely evening. Any other questions? Okay, no, it's okay. So thank you very much. From Ghana, we are having a Founders Day celebration today, so it's a holiday for me. So bye-bye, and thank you all for joining and for watching. Bye-bye.